Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to Astute Queen's Thoughts. I'm Astute Queen B, and this is my channel. I appreciate anyone who comes in. Please ring my doorbell. That is notification. Let me know that you're here. Drop down in the comments. If you're a Royal Gladiator, let me know. See what's going on. Good morning, beautiful. How are you learning to love myself? All right, do your thing, sis. I ain't going nowhere. I'm here for a little bit. I popped on to see how everyone was doing. Check on the folks. We are halfway through the week. So I wanted to see how everybody's week has been going. I'm doing okay. I hope you're doing well as well, sis. My bad. My mouth is so daggone dry. But anyway, I wanted to see what was going on with the people, how everyone was doing, what was going on, making sure they're not letting anybody stress you out or make you mad. Also, I said I was going to go over a couple of these affirmations while I was here because the old lady forgot to do the affirmations. Terrible, ain't it? But again, it was just a quick chit chat. I wasn't here for much, but I am going to read a few not daily devotions, affirmations I will read. Let's see. Where were we at? I think we were on 5. No, I am on I'm on chapter 5. So I'm going to rename this video so I can just get these out of here. Let me raise my glasses. Now, girl, you know you can't read nothing without no glasses. But I do hope everyone is doing well. Anybody catching this on the replay, please leave a comment down below. Hit that like button and let me know you came through. I would truly appreciate it. I just came, like I said, I came up to talk and chit chat, but I'm also gonna go over some beautiful affirmations because that's what's in my spirit this morning. Sorry for the noise. I'm digging in my eyeglass case. Yeah, everybody is going through a lot. I want to also say that I send prayers to that young boy. I can't even think of the names. I'm bad with names. If I don't remember it and say it all the time, I can forget. But I know it's Miss Hood and her son, and I thank God that the charges were dropped because that man did not act like a man. Hey, sis. How you doing, beautiful? That's all right. You at work in the bushes. Do your thing. Do your thing. Like I said, I'm gonna go over some affirmations this morning. I wasn't going to at first, but then I said, I'm up. I'm gotta be productive today. So I'm gonna go over these affirmations for us. They are specifically written for us as Black women, but I feel like everyone can use them because everybody has a lot going on in life and we all need some direction and some type of just a little nugget sometimes to make your day a little brighter or make you look like, yeah, I felt that, I did that, or that's what I want to do. Because sometimes we may feel one way and then our thoughts may change. So I'm going to read over these affirmations. And I pray that one of these affirmations touches you, like I said, to where you say, you know what? I can do that. I believe that. I understand it. That works for me. And if it don't work for you, don't use it. That's how I just think about it. Now I'm doing chapter 5. Let me turn this music down a little bit more because it sounds too loud to me. So I'm not sure how it sounds to you guys. And I want you to be able to hear what I'm saying. Okay, still there. All right, let's see. Affirmations for increasing motivation and willpower. Let me make sure. I know I have done a couple of lives that ended up being the same daggone live, and I was pissed. Because I'm like, yo, what are you doing, girl? You're not keeping count of what you do. So I have to keep count of what I'm doing sometimes. Let me see. I don't want to mess nothing up for the peoples. What chapter? That's chapter 7. Hell, how much? I'm already on chapter 7 and I went back. I'm tripping. So I definitely know I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong. I'm somewhat in a good mood. I'm somewhat in a good mood today. And I thank God for that. And I hope y'all make sure y'all thank God for waking you up today and giving you another day on this earth. Because without Him, there is no way to move through life. People think, oh, God does not exist. And I feel like, how do you think the world was created? It just wasn't here. How do you think we were created? We weren't just here. God made it possible for us to be able to have children, carry His children, and bring them into this world. And like they say, giving birth is the closest thing to death. So don't think, because I ran across a couple people, don't think that you are above God, because none of us are. We may think that we are, we may want to try to be like God, but nobody will ever be that way. So, like I said, I'm always cautious on what I do, what I say, how I treat people. I want people to treat me the same way I treat them. I'm very respectful to people. And I don't understand sometimes why people get angry for no reason. But hey, it is what it is. It's life. But just make sure you're making your own self happy. Because we need some happiness in our lives. We need some peace in our lives because there's a lot going on. But please don't take your eyes off of the ball because there's a lot of things going on in real life, not YouTube life, real life, that affects us that we are not paying attention to because we have put our focus on other things instead of the right things. That's my personal opinion. And it's not to discredit anyone, mean anyone, but I feel like this. If you can believe in, some people believe in ghosts and monsters and all that stuff, but they don't believe in God. How is it you can believe certain things that you don't see, but you don't see when God touches somebody and makes their life a blessing, because you have to learn your lessons in between those blessings he's given out. Just some food for thought. So let me get to it. Chapter 8, Affirmations of Leadership. No matter what is happening in my life, I can separate the truth from what's untrue. I am beautiful, radiant, and a born leader. I am alive for a reason. Today I choose to honor people and inspire others to do the same. I just had that conversation with Queen She, but that's crazy. I am embracing my best self as I live in ways that will always bring tranquility. I don't need to be told what to be done because I am complete just as I am. I am embracing my full potential even if it makes others uncomfortable. I know I am meant for big things, and that's what I'm embracing. That's a hallelujah, amen, because that's the affirmation I definitely have to embrace. Because people can put you in a bad headspace, and sometimes you don't know it, but sometimes you know it and you try to stay away from it, but sometimes it just don't work. But let me get back to these affirmations. Again, please, when you catch this on the replay, hit the like button. I would truly appreciate it. Leave some crowns in the chat if you are a Royal Gladiator. Also, leave a comment down below. Let me know that you came through. What you think. I really be wanting to seriously know what you ladies and gentlemen think. So let me continue these affirmations. I may hesitate to stand in the light, but I rather blind the world with my brilliance right now. That's a good one. There are many ways to serve the universe, and I have the right to choose people's lacking alignments. Ooh, that's a good one. I am a beautiful colored woman with an identity that doesn't fit into many categories. It doesn't take away my leadership skills. That's the fact. I acknowledge that managing people can be hectic. It's a job I'm willing to do. And good morning to anyone that stops by. This is not a pre-recorded. I am live. So feel free to drop down out of the bushes. Even if you're listening from work, just let me know. Say hello. I would truly appreciate it. Let's see. Managing is what I do with people and not what I do to them. Now that is a word. Because I feel that one personally, because I've had people act like, never mind, I'm going to skip that part. Let me get to pushing. Having a clear goal will make me have the best performance. The energy my team members are bringing to their task will directly affect the energy I bring to the table. That's true. I am an effective energy manager. Very, very true. I acknowledge that I gain power when I share it with people. Sometimes. I know that if a change has to occur, then it should start with me. That's absolutely true, and I will take that affirmation and ride that till the wheels fall off. Let's see. Next, I understand that the best business I can transact with is common sense. A lot of people don't have common sense. I wish they did, but a lot of people do not have common sense. Let's see. Next one is I will back up my words with actions because people will believe what they see than what they hear. That's a true statement. I know that I always get back what I reward. Therefore, I reward as much as I can. Let's see. Next affirmation. I choose to use the simple approach because it is the best approach. Sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. I seek to know people's needs. It may make my leadership process easier. I won't sweat over the small stuff. They will never get to me. I'm trying to do better with that because I'm an emotional person and things get to me quickly. So I have to learn to stop allowing people to press my buttons. I will say that. Let me see. I know that more challenges I face, the closer I'm to getting to my goal. I will never give up. That's me. I will always remember this isn't personal, but business. As long as people keep it business wise, it's business wise. But if they make it personal, that's when it becomes a problem. Um, I will always treasure, excuse me, I will always try to measure it. I can't imagine what I can't measure. I don't know about that. I may not like how things are today, but I will remain patient because change is coming tomorrow. That affirmation I will definitely take because that is something I definitely need. Um, what's the last one? How many more? Also, I appreciate them coming to the building, hit the like button, let us just know you came through. I would truly appreciate it. And I know I shouldn't even be going over these affirmations, but I just felt like going over some of them today. I will probably upload the full affirmations later will pop up. But I just wanted to talk about the things that are going on in this world. This world is not being kind to anyone at this point. People are gaslighting people for no reason. People are taking advantage of people for no reason. People starting trouble with people for no reason. And I want to know, maybe some people can answer this in the replay, hopefully. But I want to know what you guys really think about um, male friends and having to make sure you put as much thought into what you put into anything else. Make sure you are doing that as well for yourself. Because a lot of people, and I'm one of those people, so I can't, talk junk about nobody else. But I'm one of those people that I'm always a giver. That's part of my problem. I'm always trying to do my best to be honest and forthcoming with people and respecting others' privacy, their space. But some people don't do that. I want to know, how does it feel when you have a man in your life, right, that claims they love you, but their actions never prove it? What do you do in that situation? I would like to know what some people would do. I know what I would do because I've been there. I've been in relationships that I have put a lot of time into, invested a lot of my time into, and have feel like I have wasted time. But sometimes it's like, yo, what? Why am I wasting my time? Yeah, gaslighting people in a violent world, absolutely. And I'm trying to understand what is wrong with the male species. And why I say what is wrong with the male species, because I still am trying to understand. I watched that video of that man attacking that lady. I thank God that they were able to get off and the judges and all that understood. They should have never been arrested. But I thank God that her and her son are safe, because that just keeps constantly putting a thought in my head, like, why? What is wrong with that man, that individual? Because I won't call him a man because he hit a woman. And the way he hit her like she was some man on the street. And that the fact that I heard it, you could literally hear him hit her, hurt my heart. Because I do not believe in violence. I talk junk or clown about beating somebody up, choke somebody out. I be playing. That's just something I do. But I'm not a violent person, and I can't understand what was in that male's mind to make him think it was okay to put his hands on that woman. Like, you don't even know that lady, dude. Like, why would you think that's okay? because you can also realize that's not his first time he hit anybody like that. But he's going to meet well, he can't meet his match because he already met his maker. But if that didn't go down, he would have met his match in that street right after. Even if it wasn't from that little boy, it would have been from somebody else. Because, like I said, people don't believe in God. Some people don't. A lot of people do, some don't. But I always say, when somebody leaves this life early, especially if they done something wrong, I'm the same thing, sis. I trust me, I feel you. Because there's, I don't know what it is. It's like people are not taking the time to raise their men properly. And we have to be the ones to raise them and straighten them out. Because they mamas didn't take the time to tell them, you don't put your hands on women. I don't care how mad she makes you. Now, one thing I will say I'm guilty of as a parent, I have told my son, I told my stepson too, but he's crazy, so it don't make a difference. But I told my son, look, you don't put your hands on women. Period. But there is an but to that for me. It may not be for other people, but it is for me. And what I explained to him is, look, if you run across anybody that is violent, that likes to hit men all the time, get away from that person. But if you are dating somebody and for some weird reason she thinks it's okay to put her hands on you, give her 3 warnings. Technically 2, because on the 3rd, I need you to react. Please don't put your hands on me because I don't put my hands on you. That's one thing. The second thing is, if she continues to do that, I'm sorry, not sorry, but I told him if that person continues to put their hands on you, you have the right to tap that ass one good time for her to stop. I'm not saying beat her up, but pop her one good time to get her to stop and tell her this is not the life you live. If she does not want to get it together, then you can't be with her. Because men need to know to keep their hands to themselves, and women need to know to keep their hands to themselves. Because there's a lot of women that like to pick fights with men, but don't know they can't back it up. So my thing is, don't start fights with men. Now, I'm not talking about the young lady, the mom that Miss Hood. I'm not talking about her, but I'm just thinking in general. Keep your hands. He did that because anybody can get away with hurting black women. As black women, we all should carry, and these niggas are gonna learn. Yeah, and that's the sad part. And we shouldn't have to. We shouldn't even have to. They should know it's their job as black men to protect the black women of their lives in the community, because some of them will protect their women in their family like nobody's business, but they won't protect a woman they see on the street, which makes no sense to me. Because whether you like it or not, in God's eyes, we are all sisters and brothers, even though there's times that we not acting right. I'm trying to light this thing. Sorry, I was trying to get this incense lit. It's driving me crazy. But yes, I need men to understand putting your hands on women is not the business. Because I promise you might end up catching the business. I need women to learn to keep their hands to themselves as well. Because I can't just put it on men. Because women have a tendency to like to hit up on people too. And sometimes that ends up in backfiring on them. So that means that you need to get it together as well as men do. If you're one of those women that like to put your hands on men. And like I said, I'm going to do chapter 8 affirmations completely over individual from this. But those couple of affirmations I wanted to share because I believe that they will brighten or bring some light to somebody's day because I know they have for me. So that's the other reason why I do that and I share them with y'all because we as Black women, since we are not protected so well, we also have to learn to protect our emotional health and our mental health. And in that process of doing that, we need little tools that allows us to move through life on a different path so we don't end up like most men running the streets or end up in jail because of somebody stupid did something stupid and you ended up having to put your hands on them and stuff like that. I want people to understand that life. Hey, Just T, please. How are you, sis? Yeah, I want people to understand that life is more than what a lot of us make it. Like I'm not jealous, but I envy my son because he gets to do the things I never got to do in my younger years, which is travel. I was too busy being a mother and worrying about him and really just, I guess because I ran the streets so much as a teenager and in my early 20s. I don't care about going outside much. I can stay in the house, watch me some movies, watch me some YouTube, cook me some food, or order me some food and just relax. I like that. Burn me a couple of candles or incense or whatever. I like to relax. I don't have a problem being with myself. I used to want to be married, but then I got to the point where it's like men not acting like men anymore. So it's like, why would I want to get married? I'm not gonna marry someone that doesn't understand how to treat a woman because a lot of men try to treat women all the same, but we're not all the same. We have different needs, we have different likes, we have different tastes. You can't treat every woman the same and you can't treat every man the same. That's why I used to tell people, everybody's like, oh, all men are dogs. Not all men are dogs, but there are more dogs sometimes out there than real good men. And that's part of the problem. We need men to stand up and start acting like men. Stop wanting a woman to pacify and baby you all the time. That was your mother's job to do when you were a child. When you're a grown man and you're handling your business, we respect that. But you can't respect a man that wants to lay up in your house and don't want to work and don't want to do nothing. A woman will lose all respect for you if that's what you do. I'm just saying, and that's just honest because I've had conversations with some of my male friends and some of my female friends, and they all were like the same thing. They were like, yo, ain't no way in the world I could sit in a woman's house and do nothing and just be there. I don't help out. I don't do nothing. No, that's not how life is supposed to be. And men need to stop sitting in the house playing video games with their friends or people they don't know. What you should be doing is putting into your relationship, putting into your home, putting into your spirit, filling your spirit up with positive energy so that you can push that out into the world. Because we need people in our lives. If we have not, especially the people that have grown up in difficult situations, like I'm a person that always ended up dating men, should I say, that had two parents at home, two family household or whatever. And I was an only child. They had siblings and all this stuff and how they fight and argue with them. But sometimes those people take those things and bring them to other people. But you can't treat people the same. Also, if you want to, I'm gonna give you a little nugget you might want to try. I've been doing it for years. This is how you can find out if somebody is truly your friend. And this is in real life. I ain't talking about online. You can try it online, but that's gonna go somewhere. It might go somewhere, it might not. Ooh, excuse me. If you want to know if somebody is truly your friend that you met in person and you hang with them and hang around them, just met them and they new to your group, tell them one good lie, but only tell them that lie. If that lie gets out, tell them a story and make it seem like that's what happened in your life or something happened or whatever. Not some, it doesn't have to be anything bad, but tell them something bad. If that, if those words get out from what you told that person, you know they are not to be trusted because they can't hold water. If they never repeat that and you never hear anybody say anything about it, then you know you can trust that person. I have done that all my life, and I see that I can trust certain people. So I'm a very cautious individual, but I also have learned to not be so uptight and try to relax. Sorry, mouth is dry. It's crazy. Hate brushing my teeth and your teeth fall out. It's just retarded. But anywho, anyone come in the building, please hit the like button. I would truly appreciate it. But yeah, I want more men to stand up. Like I barely watch TV. I'm usually a YouTube head now, which is insane. But I've watched people that will say they were cool with people, but then you find out they had something bad to say about them. Be cautious in who you pick as friends. Don't trust everybody because everybody doesn't know how to be a friend. Yes, people have to grow as friends, but some people just don't understand the concept of friendship. The real concept of friendship, not that thing that, oh, I've known her for years, she's my bestie. But you have friends that have been in your life for that past 25 years that you're cool and tight with, but the one you've known for barely a year is your bestie. Something is wrong with that situation. Because that means you have the people in your life you don't even trust. That's how what I get from that. So yeah, people, I want people to really get it together because life is going by very fast. And I always say God is not pleased with us. That is why all these things, all these natural things from Mother Earth, Mother Nature is going on because God is not pleased. Nobody's going to be perfect. We all make mistakes. We all fall short. But you still have to pick yourself up and try to motivate yourself. And I say that because I say that to myself every day. Like I said before, I suffer from anxiety and depression. So I try to make it my best at least once a day. That's another reason I said I would come online because I have to learn to get myself acclimated being on YouTube a little more and learning to go and speak on panels because that's not something I really do. But I was notified by beautiful Shalom that she has a job for me to do. So I know I have some research to do. I thank Queen Sheba for allowing me the time on her panel as well. I love her channel, and if you do not check her out, please go check out Queen Sheba, darling. I promise you will love it. She's a sweetheart. She does some impeccable interviews. Also, I have to say this. I have to say this. I have to say this. Some people may not watch it. Some people may that know what I'm talking about. But to my boy Mims, make it make sense. To my Aquarius friend and my YouTube friend, make it make sense. Mims, I'm so happy that he was vindicated the other day. Well, he's been vindicated before, but he was vindicated the other day because people swore up and down he was making up stories about that paperwork and stuff with Hotel Hope and his court case and Queen Melody Cherie Rogers court case and the paperwork that people were saying was not out there, but which actuality it was because Martell put it out there and was handed it around to a bunch of different content creators. And he also said he was going to pay to have those records unsealed, which is stupid as hell to me. But he's a dummy anyway. He's a dummy anyway. But yeah, life is life, and I pray that everyone is doing good. I hope today you receive another blessing. Thank you, Just the T, please. I feel special. I promise you I do. Because I be wanting to come live more, but I'm like, it don't even seem like people really interested because I know people like the drama all the time. And I can't live in chaos every every day. I just can't do it. It's just like some of my main channels that I love are covering certain things that don't appeal to me that I don't like. So I haven't been watching. And I'm like, girl, you need to get your butt on your own channel and stop playing around. So I said I'm trying. Like I said before, I suffer from anxiety, depression, and this helps me process things a lot better. It helps me understand people a lot better. And I just like to talk to people because I like to see where people's minds are at. I'm not trying to dig in like all up in their business and like, oh, what your mama like. I don't not that. I like to sit and conversate with ladies that have a calm mindset, that have a mindset that says, okay, once in a blue moon, yeah, I could watch some ratchet mess. You know what I'm saying? But normally, you don't want that energy around you constantly every day because that'll put you in a bad mood. I know it does for me. It might not do it for everybody else, but it does for me. If I constantly watch people bicker and argue all the time, back and forth all the time, every day, all the time, every day, it starts to irritate me. Then I get mad and then want to say something. But I'm like, girl, that ain't your business, my business. That's where I get, and it's crazy. But I just don't like when our sisters argue and fuss and fight. I don't like it at all. And I just wish that some people would learn to come to a compromise. Y'all don't like each other. Fine. Y'all hate each other. Fine. You wish the worst on each other. Fine. But do you have to attack each other every single day? The devil is busy enough in this world. We are losing our children. We are losing our men. We are losing our daughters, our sisters, our aunts, our uncles. We are losing them. Good morning. It's a hawk, baby girl. How you doing, sis? Hope all is well. But yeah, people, I want women to come to a place where they get to an understanding like you don't have to be in competition all the time with your sister. You just don't. You just don't. You don't have to be in a competition with your sisters all the time. There should be a place in your life where it's like, you know what? She don't like me, I don't like her. F her, kick rocks, whatever. Let me move on with my life. Because I can't sit in toxicity every single day. I don't see how people live through that, could deal with that. I'm not used to that. Like I've hung around people that are petty, but the stuff that they do on here is more than petty. It's like, what is your malfunction, numbnut? I'm just saying, why are you people doing the things you're doing? Why is this so entertaining to you? Why do you think? And I'm like, people just like sit there for the mess. No, smoke control. People love to sit there for the mess, but if somebody bring them along in it, they get mad. But I'm like, you sat there and listened. You partook in those conversations. So to me, that makes you part of the problem. I'm just saying. Like I may go in a chat and sit there and be quiet. Why? Because I know that there'll be a lot of people that have a problem with being authentically themselves. And I had to change because my great wonderful sister, Just Valencia, told me, she was like, girl, I listen to your rants and I listen to you read your daily devotion. I read your she said, and your tone is different every time. She was like, you feel like you're being more professional than enjoying yourself. So I had to get to the point and say, you know what? She right. Because I'm not a negative person. Now I could go off about some stuff, but I'm not a negative person. I don't like negativity. I don't like drama. But I had to learn to say, okay, I want to go on. I want to go on YouTube and enjoy myself. I want to find a group of men and women actually, that enjoy their peace. Like even Beautiful Shalom. I love her and her channel because she prays with us. She helps people make it get through another day, and I thank her for that. She's another good, kind spirit, and people attract what they listen to, what they hear. So, like, I have a lot of people that saying, "I'm so sick and tired of being in this beef sector or T sector that's beefing or whatever they want to call it." They're trying to figure out how to get out of that mold. And I tell people what I ended up doing is it hurts my channel, yes, but I had to stop going into those chats, following my friends or following chats that I originally started liking that became toxic after a while. Girl, yes, it is. It is. And I think that also has to do with Cousin 19 as well, because a lot of people came on to make them some money. They needed something to do, they needed to be entertained. But it's like, look, regular life is back on and popping right now. So why don't you sit down in a corner somewhere and take that noise over there somewhere else to somebody else, because I'm not beat for it. It's like, why is it so important to drag people all day long? Like, and if you have mental health issues or untreated mental health issues, I ask you, and I pray that God gives you the strength to go find and seek some help, because there's help out there for people like that. There's help for all of us. We just have to find it. But I don't like the constant negative energy. I love to have conversations. That's why I love when my girls come up in here. And Natasha Razor, I thank you for coming back and hanging with me. Just to teach, please do. I said what I want to try to do. And anyone come in the building, I appreciate it if you hit the like button and then drop down in the chat and have a conversation with us. We just chit-chatting about life. We just chit-chatting about life. I'm just talking about how I believe that men and women need to step up. The older generation needs to step up more to guide some of these young people, because young people are really running amok and doing ungodly, dangerous things to people. And I just don't understand. I want people to respect one another. And I'm still trying to understand what possessed that man. No, I said I was going to call him. What possessed that individual to do what he did to that woman? He didn't know that woman. That lady wasn't bothering him. And when I found out she was actually trying to, that her and his girlfriend were arguing, then he jumped in. If two women are arguing, there's no reason for a man to jump in the middle of anything. That's punk moves. That's not what men do. Men handle men business and let the ladies handle ladies business. So I want people to start looking, really looking at the men that they see around in their lives. Where you live at, just look at and see how they move and how they talk to women, or how they talk to their mothers. If a man don't respect his mother, I promise you, he's never going to respect you either, unless he has come to terms with the situation or an issue with his mother. But if a man has an issue with his mama, most likely he not going to like us black girls. Yes, yes, it is. Because I'm sorry, I'm going to say that man's name. That damn John Yates, that demon should have been off of YouTube years ago. He is going through his crazy cycle again right now to get them to get and collect cash apps. He's throwing these sob stories out there and crying and snotting and all of the stupid stuff. He does this every year. He did this same exact mess last year at this time because he wants to get him a nice check for July. And it's sad and it's sickening. There are a couple of other YouTube content creators that should be gone, but I ain't gonna say their names. Not over here. But they should have been gone as well. How people act like that person is a god is sickening to me. Why you have to be so afraid of another human being that you don't know? Child, like if a person comes to you with some mess, they have to come to you in person. You have a right to handle your business. So don't worry about what they say online. If somebody come to your house you don't know, then you know what you have to do. If they are not welcome there, you know what you need to do. Call the police and then handle your handle. And that's just the way it is. And it's bad and it's sad to see women, grown women, outside in bonnets and slippers and pajamas and fighting in the middle of the streets, pulling each other hair out. And I'm like, y'all grown women and y'all got kids. That's what y'all teach. Is that what y'all really teach y'all kids? Like, I don't understand it. Me and somebody had a conversation once before, and we have gotten to a point where we think the problem is a lot of parents, young parents, and that's no disrespect to all parents, and I'm not saying all young parents, but a lot of young parents are microwavable people. They feed their kids a lot of microwavable stuff, or they want stuff to get done quick, fast, in a hurry, to the point where they're not paying attention in the places they really should be paying attention with their children. Because some people know their children. Like I know my son. When he was little, I knew him because he had the same, somewhat same kind of thoughts I had as a child, because I never talked to him like he was a baby. I talked to him like he was a human being, and we had conversations. So just imagine having conversations, real talk conversations, not nothing nasty or disrespectful or wild, but crazy conversations with your kid at 3, 4, 5 years old. It was fun because my son was like a little grown man. That's what he was. I call him Mister because he was like a little old man. He acted like an old man. I said, he's been here before. He has been here before. I swear for God, I believe my son has been here before. But he was like that, and he's still like an old soul now, but not as old soul as he was then. Baby, my son, it was funny. He literally would sit and talk to me. So I used to make it to a point where like the stuff that people are going through now and trying to teach their kids about transgenders and the difference between the genders, transgenders, and the LGBTQ Jesus. The LGBTQIA plus community. If I said that right or wrong, sorry. If I said it right, good. My bad. But yeah, people need to pay attention. And I wish man would stand up and grow some balls. If you see a man arguing with another woman, stop it. Don't stand there and record. Don't stand there and don't say nothing. Think about if that was your mother or your child or your sister or your aunt. That's your village, the people that you're around. You're supposed to safeguard women. Just like parents are supposed to safeguard their kids. Men are supposed to safeguard the women of this world. Especially if they're melanated women. What is the problem? Why do y'all seem to hate us so much? We're good when you need to lay up somewhere. We're good when you need a hug and a kiss. We're good when you need to get laid. We're good when you need something from us. But when you don't need nothing from us or don't know us, you disrespect us. That makes no sense. I really want men to get it together. And I'm not saying all men, but a lot of men have lost their minds. You can't just really do what you want to do to people, and there's not going to be some type of consequences behind it. Because as women, we never forget. Some may go back in relationships that were bad, but beyond anything, we know for a fact we're going to have to protect ourselves no matter what. Because you show us that we can't trust you to protect us. Like men always talk about they're a provider, they're protectors. No, y'all not. The main ones that say that all the time are the main ones that use us and treat us like crap. They disrespect us. They cheat on us. They lie to us. They try to gaslight us, but they say they love us. I'm confused. That's not love. So I need them to have a total recall of their mind, body, and spirit. Have a conversation with God. Get your hand in that Bible, get your hand in that Quran, get your hand in whatever you need to get your hand to. Get you some self-help books, go seek you some help. And that's all men, because a lot of men and most men have trauma in their life that they have never gotten past, and they need to seek some help. And I think that will help them also deal with women in a different light. That's just my own personal thought. I have been here long enough. I pray that everyone has a blessed and beautiful day. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Come back anytime. I hope you also hit that like button. If you didn't yet, please hit it on your way out. Again, I will thank you all for coming through and hanging out with me. Also, check out Natasha Razor's Glam channel and show her some love. I would truly appreciate it. Also, check out Queen Sheba Darling. I promise you will enjoy her. Check out Beautiful Shalom if you have not, but most of you should know her. Also, one lovely lady that I enjoy, and people have the nerve to come for her, which I don't understand because she is amazing. I call her the Hat Queen because she wears the hell out of her hats. Check out Diana Rose. She's a kind spirit, and you will love her content. And she gives it real and raw how she feels. And she does it in a respectful way. So, I thank y'all for coming to hang with me. I appreciate y'all so much. And with that being said, make sure you love up on yourself. Give yourself grace and love up on yourself today. If you can do that for me. And do that especially for you. So with that being said, this is Stu Queen BR. Have a blessed one, y'all.
I spent so many nights sleeping on me, but I finally realized I'm all that I need. I'm that girl, been that chick, never needed no one else. I've been that bitch, plenty on my mind, a couple on the side. Baby, I'm a that face card don't decline. So tell me what it's giving. Oh, I can tell you're living for this, what you've been missing for. Tapping into my energy, bad bitch energy.
You are more than welcome, my sister. Have a blessed day.